US lawmakers have just thrown down a serious warning to Pakistan: stop transnational repression or get ready for sanctions. In a heated congressional hearing on July 15th, members of the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission didn't mince words. They accused Pakistani authorities of transnational repression, a chilling phrase that means going after dissidents not just at home, but overseas too. And they made one thing clear: the US is watching, and it's getting impatient. One of the sharpest voices in that room was Republican Congressman Chris Smith. Referencing the International Religious Freedom Act, Smith reminded everyone that the US has used sanctions before, even against Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi back in 2002. Then came the threat: "We've got 18 sanctions here and we are going to impose them on you." It was blunt, it was loud, and it was aimed directly at Islamabad. Democrat James McGovern backed him up. He said Pakistani Americans are terrified, not just for themselves, but for their families back home. "They need to know that people are watching," he said. And this time, there were testimonies to back it up. Human rights groups like Amnesty International, PTI senior member Zulfi Bukhari, and Afghan rights activist Sadiq Amini all painted a grim picture. One of the enforced disappearances, arrests, and shadowy threats crossing national borders. Witnesses emphasized alarming cases of family members being abducted back in Pakistan within days after protests in the US. Transnational repression isn't unique to Pakistan, but Pakistan, a country already walking a tightrope between democracy and military rule, is now under the spotlight. Let's not forget, Pakistan's military has directly ruled for almost half of the country's history. And since Imran Khan was removed in 2022, the pressure on dissenters has only gotten worse. Independent reports by Freedom House and the US State Department have documented it all. Journalists hounded, political parties fractured, and religious minorities targeted. The repression doesn't stop at Pakistan's borders. That's the message now echoing in Washington. And the response? Sanctions may be on the table. The Tom Lantos Commission says it's ready to push the State Department to act under the same laws of the International Religious Freedom Act that sanctioned Modi years ago. This isn't just talking anymore. It's a formal warning, and one that could hit Pakistan hard if ignored. US laws like the 2021 TRAP Act and the 2023 Transnational Repression Policy Act are already designed to take action against regimes that harass dissidents abroad. And while Pakistan's strategic importance might delay things, it won't protect it forever. This is bipartisan pressure from both Democrats and Republicans, and that's not something Islamabad can afford to brush off. If the warnings are ignored, Pakistan risks serious consequences: visa bans, frozen assets, trade disruptions, and isolation in global forums. But this is about more than punishment. It's about whether a country should be allowed to silence critics beyond its borders. For now, the US seems to be drawing a line in the sand. As the hearing wrapped up, Congressman McGovern left no doubt. They need to know we don't like what we are hearing. This is no longer a quiet diplomatic conversation. It's a loud message to Pakistan. Reform your approach or brace for the fallout. The world is watching, and this time it might act.